It's devastating because when we came to look for her, we weren't coming looking for body parts. We were just coming to look for her. I want answers because I need to know why somebody would want to do this to her.
Sick son of a is gonna pay. This is justice for Sade. Who the would do something like this to my beautiful baby?
Sade was more than a person. She was an angel. Not having her right now is very painful. We need justice for Sade.
I remember there being something about a hole in the yard, and this was back in fall. So I got a little bit of a tour, and he was like, do you want to see the basement? And I was like, no, I'm okay. He's like, it's creepy down there. And I was like, no, that's okay.
Law enforcement back out this afternoon searching along the Lake Michigan shoreline at Warnemont Park in Cudahy. Again, this is the place where that severed leg was found.
A Milwaukee family is in anguish after their 19-year-old daughter, Sade Robinson, vanished. They fear the worst as investigators scour the area near 31st and Walnut, where additional human remains were discovered along railroad tracks. This grim discovery follows the unearthing of another body part near Lisbon and 30th, and a severed leg found in Warner Park on April 2nd. Police suspect these remains may be connected to Robinson's disappearance. Heartbroken and terrified, Robinson's mother pleads for any information that could lead to her daughter's safe return. New information is aiding the search for the remains of 19-year-old Sade Robinson, following the arrest of a suspect in her murder. Sade never arrived for her shift at Pizza Shuttle on Tuesday, prompting a concerned coworker to request a welfare check from Milwaukee police. Though officers didn't locate Sade, they discovered her car burned near 30th and Lisbon, roughly 2 miles from her residence. Loved ones, now aware of Sade's phone activity on the night authorities believe she was killed, are focusing their efforts on finding the rest of her remains. This discovery offers a glimmer of hope for closure amidst this devastating tragedy. The urgency to locate the remaining parts of 19-year-old Sade Robinson intensifies. The heavy weight of this search hangs over her family, knowing their hearts won't find peace without a complete picture.
It's devastating because when we came to look for her, we weren't coming looking for body parts. We were just coming to look for her. I want answers because I need to know why somebody would want to do this to her.
Fueled by this need for closure, over 24 community members joined forces on Saturday, scouring various locations. This includes Warnemont Park in Cudahy, pinpointed by Sade's phone activity on the night believed to be her demise. It's the same park where a severed leg, tragically confirmed to be Sade's, was discovered earlier. In less than a week, human remains have been found in 4 separate locations across Milwaukee County, leaving the community on edge. Authorities are yet to determine if these incidents are connected. The case of Sade Robinson adds another layer of horror to this unfolding situation. The 19-year-old college student vanished mysteriously, and the investigation quickly turned into a suspected homicide. The discovery of body parts throughout the city during her disappearance casts a dark shadow over the community. Sade Robinson was more than just a missing person. She was a determined young woman with a bright future. Earning an associate degree in criminal justice, Sade balanced her studies with 2 jobs: a waitress at Pizza Shuttle and a hostess at another establishment. Described as joyful and hardworking, both family and colleagues cherished her dedication and positive spirit. Tragedy struck on April 1, 2024. After spending Easter Sunday with loved ones, Sade spoke with her mother, Sheena, the next morning. Later, she was seen on North Commerce Street near her workplace. However, Sade never arrived for her scheduled shift, a stark departure from her usual reliable character. This alarming absence sparked a desperate search for the ambitious young woman. At Pizza Shuttle, Sade Robinson was known for her infectious smile. The situation took a horrifying turn the next morning when Sade's car was discovered abandoned and burned in an alley, just 2 miles from her last sighting. This grim discovery coincided with the unearthing of a severed leg in Warnemont Park. These events escalated the case into a suspected homicide, leaving the community gripped by fear. Following the discovery of the leg, a meticulous search of the surrounding area unearthed even more disturbing evidence. Additional human remains scattered across the city. Despite these findings, investigators remain tight-lipped on whether the remains were connected, fueling public anxieties about a potential serial offender. Determined to find answers, Sade's family and friends organized their own search near the park where the leg was found. Their efforts yielded a heartbreaking discovery: a blanket belonging to Sade and a large bone. Sade Robinson's disappearance has left her family and community devastated. The ambitious 19-year-old was pursuing a degree in criminal justice with dreams of joining the Air Force. Her loved ones emphasized that Sade wouldn't simply disappear on her own. Hope of finding her alive, Sheena, Sade's mother, revealed an unsettling detail. The last text message from her daughter seemed out of character, requesting money. This anomaly adds another layer of mystery to the case. Tonight, the search for answers intensifies as investigators scour Milwaukee's Walnut Hill neighborhood. This follows the discovery of human remains there late yesterday, further heightening anxieties, fueling concerns for her safety. Authorities suspect foul play in the disappearance of Sade. Their investigation suggests Sade may have met with Maxwell Anderson on Monday, April 1st, before vanishing. The search for Sade Robinson took a horrifying turn as police discovered human remains over a 3-day period. On April 4th, Maxwell Anderson was apprehended as a person of interest, though authorities initially remained tight-lipped about any connection to Sade's disappearance. This development was followed by a 24-hour-long investigation of a residence near 39th in Oklahoma, declared a homicide scene. While officers swarmed the location, details remained scarce. A person of interest was arrested, but the connection between the body parts and Sade's case was unclear. Finally, on April 12, a press conference brought a significant breakthrough. Authorities confirmed the recovered remains belonged to Sade Robinson and that Maxwell Anderson was responsible for her disappearance and murder. This revelation transformed Anderson from a person of interest to the prime suspect, formally implicated in the crime. For days, a shadow of unease hung over Milwaukee as a family desperately searched for their missing daughter. Now, a disturbing truth has come to light. While the community rallied, human remains were discovered at multiple locations across the city. Today, we finally have answers, but they are far from comforting. The courtroom crackled with tension as Maxwell Anderson, the man accused in Sade Robinson's disappearance and murder, entered for the first time. Sade's mother, Sheena, watched intently, her expression conveying a depth of emotion that words could not express. According to prosecutors, Sade Robinson and Maxwell Anderson spent the evening of April 1st visiting restaurants and bars together. Later that night, they returned to Anderson's residence on South 39th Street. The prosecution alleges that Robinson met with foul play there sometime that night. They believe Anderson then disposed of her remains in multiple locations throughout the city. Prosecutors allege that Maxwell Anderson not only disposed of Sade Robinson's remains, but also abandoned and set fire to her car. They further state that Anderson remained mostly silent during his court hearing on Friday. Maxwell Anderson's legal representation argued in court for the dismissal of the homicide charge against him. The details surrounding this motion and the court's response remain undisclosed at this time. Sheena, Sade Robinson's mother, displayed a renewed surge of emotion during the court proceedings. Following the motion to dismiss the homicide charge, Maxwell Anderson's attorney presented a counter-narrative to the prosecution's claims. The specifics of this argument haven't been made public yet. The judge presiding over Maxwell Anderson's case determined the terms for his potential release from custody. Sade Robinson's family desperately searched for her after her disappearance. Leveraging phone records, surveillance footage, and home security video, authorities narrowed their investigation towards Maxwell Anderson. He was apprehended on Thursday, April 4th. While Friday brought some long-awaited answers for the family, it also unveiled a disturbing reality and left many questions unanswered. A series of disturbing events in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, has taken a chilling turn. Prosecutors have charged Maxwell Anderson with first-degree intentional homicide, mutilating a corpse, and arson, connecting him to the recent tragedies. Detectives discovered what they believed to be blood on bedding and walls inside Maxwell Anderson's home, along with the presence of several gasoline containers, added weight to the suspicion surrounding him, solidifying the connection between the various discoveries. In the face of Sade Robinson's disappearance, a powerful force emerged: the unwavering resolve of her family, friends, and colleagues. United in their determination to find Sade and ensure justice, they embarked on a tireless campaign. Across the city, search parties crisscrossed neighborhoods, blanketing the area with flyers bearing Sade's face. Online, a constant vigil unfolded, raising awareness and keeping Sade's case in the public eye. This wasn't just a search party. They offered not only physical assistance in the search but also emotional solace to Sade's family during this agonizing time. Their relentless pursuit stemmed from a profound desire to bring closure to Sade's loved ones. This collective effort was instrumental in unraveling the mystery surrounding Sade's disappearance. It wasn't just about finding Sade. It was about a community standing together, refusing to be silenced by adversity, and demonstrating the power of collective action. Their unwavering dedication ensured Sade's memory would live on, a testament to the strength found in unity. The disappearance of Sade Robinson struck a deep chord in Milwaukee. In the aftermath, a powerful display of community spirit emerged. Their unwavering efforts not only kept Sade's memory alive but also served as a beacon of hope during a dark time. Milwaukee County Sheriff assured the public that the investigation led to a single suspect, Maxwell Anderson, and that no other victims were believed to be involved. While legal proceedings will determine the full picture, Anderson's arrest offers a chance for justice to prevail. This tragedy casts a long shadow. Sade's disappearance serves as a stark reminder of potential dangers that can lurk beneath the surface. In the wake of this loss, the community grapples with grief and a renewed call for awareness and safety measures.